My name is Alexandra Di Gesaro, and I help female entrepreneurs increase their confidence and show their authenticity on camera so that they can attract their ideal clients. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I've been asked for a couple of times in the last few weeks, and honestly, that surprised me, but I think it's an important thing to address. So, it's a question of the accent. And I know it may not apply to everybody, as most of you are native English speakers, but stay with me because this is just another version of I hate how I sound on camera. So, where does this subject come from? A couple of days ago, I was a guest at a podcast, and the podcast host told me, I invited my neighbor to be a guest on my podcast, and he refused because, as he comes from South Africa, he doesn't like his accent, and that was the reason that he refused. And he asked me, "What do you think about it?" Well, let me tell you. First of all, in this case, if somebody invited you to be their guest, they definitely don't care about your accent. So there is absolutely no reason for you to refuse. Okay, and sometimes your accent is what makes you you. It's a part of who you are, and you should be actually proud of it. And like I always say, authenticity is what sells. So stop trying pretending you're somebody that you are not. And I'm well aware I have an accent, but you are still here watching me, so I think it's not bothering you that much, is it? So let me just check my notes. And the thing is that even some native English speakers have a particular accent. I think that is mostly, you can hear it mostly with Indian speakers. They have very strong accent, but even for example, my uncle from Scotland, he has a clearly very different accent from other native British speakers. And should it be something stopping him? It's how he talks. So, and for everybody, weird in parentheses, weird can mean something different. For example, for British English speaker, weird can be the Australian accent, or anything like that. So you never really know. So that's why I mostly my advice is don't really care. And because the thing is that most people really don't care. Like, have you ever tried talking to a foreigner and where they were speaking your language, and you noticed they were making mistakes, but did it really bother you, or did you care about communicating with them? Well, that's the point. And always remember that people care about one main thing: what's in it for me. So as long as you're providing value and content that is useful to them, they will really not care so much about your accent. Trust me. And the thing is that even if somebody doesn't like your accent or your voice, that's simple. They are not your audience. Like, it's okay. Stop trying to be the people pleaser. You will not make everybody happy. As I said, also for everybody, something that is unpleasant or weird has a different definition. So it would be crazy trying to please everybody if you can't even define what pleasing for everybody would be. And sorry, I'm just checking my notes. And as I said, providing value is the most important thing. And just understand that people are who don't like your accent, they are not your target audience. And you know what? Yes, I'm a foreigner. I come from Poland. I live in Italy. English is nowhere near being my native language. And it happened to me that I had negative comments, maybe not about my accent, But when I had a written post and somebody commented, maybe instead of worrying about XYZ, you should worry about your English or your grammar or whatever it is. Of course, you can proofread, you can use proofreading services, but that's not always the case. Maybe I don't feel like using proofreading services for every single post that I do. And you know what? No, it's not nice when somebody comments like this. But you know what I answer and what I think? I honestly feel sorry for them, because if they are that bored to comment on social media about my grammar mistakes, well, they must have a really sad life, and that's it. And just explain it to you like this way. And yes, there are people that sometimes I couldn't follow a course because their accent was just too strong, but it didn't even have to be there. Sometimes they were natives that were just talking, native English speakers, that I just could not stand their voice. And you know what? That's okay. There were hundreds of other people who loved what they were talking about and who loved their voice and didn't care. So it's a very personal matter. And instead of focusing on your imperfections, embrace who you are, embrace your authenticity, because that's what makes you you, and that's a part of why people will connect with you and why people like you. And focus on providing value. And you will see that that is the most important thing. And really, nobody cares about your accent, nor the sound of your voice. So if these are the two things that you're struggling with, or with either one of these, I hope you found this video useful. And as I said, I hope you don't care about my accent, but what about the tips that I just shared with you. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you next week for my next live. Have a great day.